Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diamond and today you're watching another writing vlog. So a lot has happened. I think in the last vlog I was just starting the first act. I was kind of like getting to the middle of the first act and I was about at like 16,000 words. Today we are in the third act and I'm at 55,156 words, which is like, wow, freaking amazing. I think that I'm going to end this first zero draft on with 70,000 words, which is not the word count that I originally wanted. I was like aiming, of course, for like 100,000. Sorry, my dog is like, I don't know if you can hear him growling, but there's another dog outside and he's like growling at him from the window and he's distracting me. But yeah, so I think this is going to end at 70,000, which is okay. Like, I know I've been underwriting. I have not put in any descriptions, characterization, really anything. I've really just doing the bare bones of the plot. Like, I just need to get the plot out. So yeah, I think with the next draft I'm gonna like add some more details and stuff, but I'm super excited. I feel like I'm going to finish this draft within the next week, which is so freaking exciting because I started with a blank page. Now I have 30 plus chapters and 55,000 words, so I'm super proud of myself. But this did come with challenges, okay? Like, this was not, I kind of struggled to get here, and I want to talk about that in a little bit. Let me explain. So I have all the plot beats set out. So I plotted, you know, from the first act to the third act and all the major plot beats. I did that. And as I've been going, I've been doing a couple of scene cards, like looking ahead. So let's say I'm in chapter 41, I'll look ahead and be like, okay, what's going to happen in this chapter? And then I'll plot the next couple of scenes. And so I found that like that was really easy in the beginning, but once I got towards like the middle of the second act into this third act, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I have such a vague idea of how I want to get to the ending and how I want to hit these plot points, and it's just been a struggle from the middle of the second act to now. It's really been a struggle to like figure out where I wanted the books to go and like what scenes I wanted in it. And so the end of this book is so bare. It is so bare. I think this last scene I did is basically a scene card. I can't even call it an actual scene in the book. It's basically a scene card in this chapter, and it's like it's 200 words. It's 200 words of just like, this is what's gonna happen, figure it out later. I'm thinking that once I read it through and start from the beginning, I'll kind of understand where I got lost. I originally got this idea in 2022. And so from 2022 to November of 2023, I was world building and like outlining the book. For a good 6 months of 2023, I was like really hitting the ground hard, like working on the book every day and outlining. And so going into this first draft, I felt like I had a really good grasp on this world. So I knew like who the people were in this world, what they did, what they wanted, kind of how they were doing all the things, and their economy and stuff worked, and their interpersonal politics and stuff. I felt like I knew that stuff going in, which I did. You know, I did some good work, but I can tell like as I'm going through and like really trying to make the world richer, I can tell that although I have like the outlines of the who, what, when, and why, I really need to like dig deeper into each of those categories and really understand, I would say like the why of why their world, that's a tongue twister, the why of why their world is the way that it is. I really just need to really focus on going deeper into like the lore of this world, and you know, like where these people came from, why their religion is, I wouldn't say it's a big thing, but it is a defining thing with a lot of the cultures in my book. And so I really just need to dig deeper. I need to dig deeper and do a why. So I think moving forward, I will do another outline, and this way I can like really outline and focus on the things that will make the book better and allow me to get deeper into the story, add my word count, add those descriptions, really focus on characterization for the next draft. But before I get to all of that, I gotta finish this draft.
Yeah, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
It is 12:45 today. I made the viral TikTok cinnamon buns. These are like the small mini grands, which is so super good by itself, but I think I would love to make it like the big fluffy ones, so I can get like really big and fluffy. But these are so good. This is my second time making it within like this week, so new addiction unlocked. But now that I'm taking a break, I want to hold on, I have to try some. I wrote about 580 words throughout this day. So like when I started at I want to say I started around like 10, so from 10 to 1 I've written like 500 words, which is still pretty good because I am taking mini sprints in between working, so that's pretty good. I usually try to do like 500 during the day and then 500 at night, and then that's my goal for the day, is just doing 1,000. Some days I'll do a little bit extra, and that's how I hit the 1,500 word goal, but 1,000 is like the base goal for me. So right now I'm, like I mentioned in the third act, I'm wrapping things up with this draft as good as I can. It's not going good. The end of this book is weak. It is so weak. I need to re-outline this and look at it as a whole, because I'm realizing that like there are storylines, like side storylines, that I should have added in earlier, that should have been like developing all this time, and I haven't done that. And now I'm like using one of these storylines to like wrap something up. And it's not like I'm just throwing this in here. Like I knew going into writing it that I needed this storyline, but somewhere along the way of drafting it, I forgot about it and I didn't put it in. I'm trying to give myself grace, because like this is the first time I've ever written a book, and like I don't know how to do it. But I'm just realizing, I just know that going into the second draft is going to take some work. It's going to take a lot of like pre-planning, pre-outlining, to make sure that I get everything in the right order in the way it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna work on the scene, wrap it up, and then yeah, we get to go into draft 2. How exciting is that? We are going into draft 2. I think it's taken me about 6 months to write this first draft. So no, that's wrong. I started in November, December, January, February. Oh, that's only, how many fingers? That's only 4 months. So good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, February 20th, and today's the day. I am going to complete my zero draft today. I am pretty sure by tonight I will be completed with it. And I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel right now. I think I have like 3 chapters left, which, going with how I've been writing, like severely underwriting for this second part, I'm pretty sure those chapters are not going to be long and I can just like breeze through them. But yeah, today's the day. Today's the day of that. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I am happy that I'm going to be done with it. But I also know, like, going into it, into the second draft, like, it's the editing on the second draft is going to be like a really heavy overhaul. I know this. I just don't know how to feel about it. It's like bittersweet, because by the time the second half got here, I didn't know how to get to my plot beats. Like, I started to not want to write it because I was struggling so bad to like figure out what I needed, the scenes I needed to get to the next chapter, and it was like discouraging for me. So I'm looking forward to wrapping things up, getting you know, stepping away from it from a little bit after I finish it, and just going into it with a new fresh pair of eyes. I'm really looking forward to outlining and going back into my world building and really deepening the world building that I already have, and just fixing things up. I'm ready.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
I'm procrastinating. I'm stuck again. So I just want to talk to you before I try to like get my brain unstuck and keep writing. But I think what's really hard about going into the second half of the book is that even though I had the main plot beats set out and I knew the beginning, middle, and end, I wasn't expecting the story to change so much. You know what I mean? Like, at its core, it's still the same story, but the details of it, I just wasn't prepared for the amount of details that would change. Yeah, I was not prepared for that. And so I'm just the type of person that I like to have a very clear, concise, like, this is what I'm doing, I'm gonna do this to get there. In the beginning of the story, of course, I could follow that plan, you know, my outline that I set out, I could follow that to a T, because the story was fresh, the story was new, and I was dictating the story. But now that I'm getting into the second half of the book and trying to wrap everything up, I'm realizing, or even at the end of the first half, I started to realize that like the characters were doing things, the characters needed to do things in order to really show who they were as characters. I could set out this plan for my main character and say, this is what she's gonna do to get to point A, point B, and point C, and we're gonna wrap it up. But once I started to really write her as a character, I really started to understand more of who she was, more of her motivations and her wants and her desires, and why she is the way she is. You know, she's a villain. Some of the plot beats that I set out, it didn't really align with like who she truly was as a character and like her motivations. And it's like, she really wouldn't do that, because I set those those guidelines out before I really knew her. And so I think that's really contributing to why the second half of this book is so unclear. I don't think unclear is the right word, but I can't think of the word I want. Okay, so I'm gonna stop procrastinating. I'm gonna get this done because I really do want to finish this first draft. There's really nothing more I can do for this first draft to make it better than what it is, other than finish it. Okay, so I lied. Today is not the day that I'm finishing my first draft. It's not. It's currently 10:19 at night, and I only wrote 1 chapter. I only wrote 1 chapter, so there we go. I don't know. I think it was just like dawning on me that I was writing the last few chapters and that the story was not like the perfect first draft that I thought it was gonna be. So I just stopped. And I said, I'll save this for tomorrow, because what's the difference between doing it today and doing it tomorrow. So I'll just finish it tomorrow. That's it. So I'm gonna try again tomorrow. Okay, so enough about my sadness, but I'm down here because I want to finish my book club book, and I also wanted to show you that I got a Kindle. I'm super excited about that. It's a Kindle Paperwhite. I had a Kindle years ago and it broke. I don't even know how it broke, but I found it like I couldn't find it for like 2 weeks, and I found it in the like crack of my bed, like from the wall, and it was like the screen was broken. So I don't know, but I decided to get a Kindle because I'm currently in, is it focusing? I'm currently in 3 book clubs. And you may be like, Diamond, why are you in 3 book clubs? That seems a little bit excessive. It kind of is. It is. But I'm in 3 book clubs because I'm trying to find the perfect book club for me. And I haven't done that yet. The book clubs that I'm a part of, I keep looking over here because I don't think it's focusing on my face. But that might just be me needing glasses. Like I feel like I can see myself. If this part is blurry, ignore it. I'll take it out, whatever. But I'm in 3 book clubs because every book club that I'm in right now, they're good, they're fine, but like I just haven't found the one for me, you know? I haven't found the right one yet. I feel like a lot of the book clubs that I've joined, even the ones I'm in now, they're too big. That's what she said. No, but they're too big. They're like, there's like 1,000+ members, and they're all in like a Discord or like a Fable group, and it's like so many messages and so many people, and it overwhelms me and I can't keep up with it, and I don't like it. I want to join a nice, small, intimate book club to where I know all the people. We can talk about our books like really in depth. I just like, I don't know, big book clubs kind of give me the ick right now. I want to finish reading this book tonight. I think I'm at 58%, which is pretty good. I think I can kind of finish it today, maybe going into the morning. But this is So Let Them Burn by Camilla Cole. This is her debut, I want to say, and I like it. I like it so far. It is about 2 sisters. One sister, Farron, is like endowed with the powers of the gods. Like they chose her to be their vessel for their powers. She helped her people win a war against their oppressors. 5 years later, they're trying to do a peace treaty with the people that oppress them, so their economy can grow. And Farron's sister Alara, she somehow bonds with a dragon. So the oppressors have dragons. They were using the dragons to wage war against the Aryan people. So yeah, Farron bonds with a dragon, and now they have to figure out why she bonded with a dragon, how to break it. The gods told Farron to kill her. They were like, yeah, we can break the bond, just kill your sister, duh. And Farron's like, I'm gonna figure out another way to do that. So, but yeah, it's really good. It's like Jamaican inspired mythology kind of, or like the setting is Jamaican inspired, and I really love that. So my stepdad's Jamaican, so I really love that. But yeah, so I'm gonna sit down here, I'm gonna read my book, hopefully finish it, and start tomorrow fresh. And maybe I'll check in with you guys when I actually do finish my first draft. I finished. I officially finished the first draft of my book. It is done. I have written the end. So I finished my first draft. As you saw in the last clip, I got emotional. I was not planning or like even thought that I was going to feel that strongly about finishing it, but I did, and I just want to go over my final thoughts now that I've completed this first draft. So a little bit about the stats. I started writing it in November of last year, so November 2023, and I finished it February 23rd of 2024. So that's about 4 months of writing. And the official word count is 57,656 words, which is good. My goal, of course, was to write 100,000. I keep wanting to say $100,000. I wish, but my goal was to write 100,000 word book. There, I did it, which I didn't do. Now that I've had literally a day to collect myself, collect my thoughts, and just think back on this journey that I went on, and I'm counting not even just the 4 months of writing it. I'm really looking back to when I got the idea in 2021. So now that I finished this first draft, I know that in the beginning of this week, even the beginning of this vlog, I was really in like a gloom and doom kind of mood because the second half of the book was not going as strongly or flowing to me as quickly and smoothly as the first half of the book, and I just was gloom and doom about it. I just was not feeling it. But now that I've finished and I've had time to think, I'm really filled with gratitude. I got this idea back in 2022, and I have been world building and outlining this book since like June or July of 2022. And so from June of 2022 to February of 2024, I now have a finished book or draft of a book, and that's amazing. That's truly amazing, and I can see that now, and I'm really filled with gratitude that I pushed through all my feelings and I just made it to the end. You know, I had a goal. I didn't reach my word count goal, but I did reach the goal of finishing my draft, and that makes it one step further to achieving my ultimate goal of being traditionally published. And so I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself, and I'm really happy. I am going to take about like a week or two off from writing. I do want to finish The Hero of Ages to kind of like do a palate cleanser and just read a good book and actually just finish that series before I jump into editing and drafting draft 2. But that's it for now. I'm just currently basking in this positivity. I'm gonna hold on to it as long as I can, because I know that when I go back to look at this draft, the positivity is gonna falter a little bit because I'm gonna see how much work it needs. But yeah, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.